Hi, this is Carib Carter Clues, and welcome to Leslie at Large. Today, we're going to talk with the ever delightful Leslie about Managua, music, and movies. Okay, a triple crown of fun and excitement here. Leslie, what did you do in Managua with the music and the movies?
Oh, you know me. It's all about the fun. You got to have fun in life, right? Every single day. So I'm here at Gran Pacifica. You see it behind me. I'm actually in the hood. So it's a beautiful day here, but sometimes you just need a break and you want to kind of have a little quick getaway. So one of my friends, who's a mom of three boys, they're very active. She was like, I want to go. I'll take a getaway. And I had found out, I'm a huge Elvis fan. I grew up on Elvis. And of course, the movie had aired in the States. I had seen all the publicity about Elvis in the movie, and it was killing me because it had not made it to Nicaragua. Well, guess what? I got word that last Thursday the Elvis movie was coming out. So I was like, okay, road trip to Managua, and got there, spent the day, just, was going to go check in. There's one hotel called the Hyatt that's right in this area community called Santo Domingo. And there's like the Galleria Mall and tons of restaurants. A great place for people just to check in the hotel, be able to walk across to restaurants, to the movie. Well, they happen to be booked. I'm like, how is the whole hotel booked? Like, what's going on in Managua that I don't know about? But it was, so that was fine. I went to the DoubleTree, another one I've stayed at. It's a great location as well. Just about
Great hotel. I love DoubleTree.
Beautiful hotel. So it's in a more peaceful kind of setting. Not a lot around, but it's only like literally 5 minutes from where we were. So it was easy to get to. And we got checked in there, settled in. And then we were like, okay, we had already had lunch and done some things, walked around the mall. And we may have had technical difficulty. Am I still there?
We had a quick freeze up, but we're
Yeah.
still eager and anxious to hear about Elvis. And
Okay.
you had just said you had lunch already, so we're moving on from there. There we go.
Okay, we are back. Technical glitch, but guess what? We're all still here and moving forward. So yes, we had lunch. We had shopped around. People are always curious about Managua and is it like other cities? And I would say yes. You've got the normal museums and the governmental buildings, and they have a beautiful like the National Palace. And so when you're driving through, you see all these things. There's department stores, the malls. The local markets. It's a normal city.
Wow.
Now, when you're driving around Managua, you see things that you probably aren't going to see other places. You'll see maybe a lot of dogs crossing the road. People they just walk out in the road. You have to really pay attention driving in Managua. It's crazy, like Wild West out there. But you'll see a little bit of everything. One day I saw this car in front of me and I was going, what is that? Somebody's arm was hanging out the window holding a huge thing of cotton candy, like they were going to go sell it somewhere, but they had their arm out the window holding this big, huge thing of cotton candy. I got so tickled. I'm like, you just never see. There may be a donkey or a horse pulling a cart.
Oh yeah.
There's something, and it's quite comical, and I love it. It's a cool city, though. Again, you go to your shopping malls and your movies, it has everything normal. They kind of have their version of what I would say is like Starbucks. It's called Casa del Cafe. So I usually stop and get a Frappuccino there. And, it's normal shops. Some are more geared toward this part of the world. So maybe not names you would see, but you'll pass a Walmart. I went in Walmart. Guess what? It looks just the same as a Walmart in the U.S.
So
You'll see
were the other customers at Walmart wearing their pajama bottoms like they do here in the U.S.?
you do a little bit of everything in Walmart. Very always the people watch, sure. But yeah, you'll see things. You'll see the Subway, the Pizza Hut. That's the cool thing about it. I wasn't sure like the movie theater experience. So I was like, like what is this going to be like? So we went in, we spotted the little sign. Of course, it's all in Spanish. Of course, Elvis
Right.
is. What
Elvis
Elvis.
is Elvis. That's right.
There's no
Elvis is Elvis.
for that, but it said subtitles, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm pretty sure this should be English with Spanish subtitles, so I'm good. I did have a little bit of worry, I think, at the beginning when we did get to the movie. I will tell you, purchasing the tickets was easy. They had like little machines that you just walked up to. And of course, it's in Spanish, but my limited Spanish, guess what? I could buy my movie ticket.
Good.
That
Good.
boleta is ticket. So I push
Boleta. Very good.
adulta.
Boleta.
Guess what?
Ticket.
Adult. I mean, you can figure it out. It's fine. Pick +1, +2, however many you need. You buy your
Right.
ticket, put your credit card in, you get your tickets printed out. Guess what? They've got popcorn, snacks, everything you could want. Go down, you go through the hall. They've got all the movie posters. Most of them are in Spanish, but that's okay. There's the big Elvis. I'm like, oh,
All
yes.
right.
So I was so excited. And we get there, we picked our prime seats. I like to be up near the top in the back and right in the middle. And I will tell you this is a cool kind of weird connection to the movie Elvis. When I was living in Belize, there was this guy, Les Green, that was on the island and performing. Awesome entertainer. Like, oh my gosh, the enthusiasm level, you would love him. And
Right.
he was all over the island while I was there. Well, guess what? He has a track on the Elvis movie soundtrack.
No way.
Yes, he sings Tutti Frutti. It is the coolest thing. Oh my God. So during the movie, I was so excited to hear his voice, and I'm just he's from, I think, Mississippi. So proud for him. He's a cool guy.
Well, now, Tutti Frutti, though, was not an Elvis hit. That was Little Richard.
Yes, but
right?
but Elvis hung out with Little Richard, and a lot of influences from there and on Bill Street and things.
Very good. Did Elvis, in the movie, I've got to ask because I haven't seen it, does he sing what, to me, I don't know why, it's just my favorite Elvis song, won't you wear my ring up around your neck and tell the world I'm yours by heck? It's just so Elvis.
Let's go, teddy bear. I think, they squeezed in as many little blips of songs and stuff they could.
Right.
That's All Right, Mama. Of course, Can't Help Falling in Love. That's one of my favorites.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
ones. If I Can Dream. Come on, like major powerful song and a powerful movie too. So it was really cool. I wanted to sing through the whole thing. Like I literally was moving and trying to contain. But it was in English. At the beginning, they were showing all the, I guess commercials, and it was all in Spanish. And I was like, I kind of looked at my friend, and she goes, "Are you sure it's going to be in English?" I'm like, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. So when I saw the Spanish subtitles come across, I was like, okay, good. We're okay.
Thank God. Yeah.
The movie. But it was exciting time for sure. And afterwards, so it kind of was weird though, when it ended, it put us out this back door, and we're kind of going like, where are we? Like, what are we doing? But it put us behind the building. And so we're just following people. We weren't real sure where we were going. But then when we came out, it was real close to the Hard Rock Cafe in Managua. And guess
Very
what?
nice.
Well, we said, let's just go get some little munchies or something. So we got a big plate of nachos, and we learned they had just brought back their rock star karaoke night. Birthday.
So did you sing? Did you get up there and sing?
I love karaoke. Are you kidding me? My dream job would be saving animals by day and be a karaoke DJ by night. That's my dream. Oh my! Now, mind you, I need to learn some Spanish songs. That I didn't have a Spanish song I could whip out. But my friend, she goes, "Are you really going to get up there? Because they have, guess what? They have like a real stage, because it's where the bands and stuff come in and play. So beautiful stage, and the drums are behind you, and the lights." I said, "Oh my goodness! Of course I'm getting up there." Let me tell you, they brought me the microphone. We were still sitting outside. I didn't realize I was supposed to already go up towards the front. Well, when they started playing the song, I had a couple minute walk up to the front, and I thought, I don't need those stinking words. I know this song. So I just grabbed that mic and pranced myself up to that stage singing, "These boots are made for walking."
You did sing "These Boots Are Made for Walking."
Yes, I did.
Give us a couple bars here. Come on. Give us a little Nancy Sinatra.
You like it, don't you? These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. 'Cause one of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
I love it. Fantastic. Here's when next time you go, here's the Spanish song you can sing. Ready? Para bailar la bamba.
Oh.
They all love Richie Valens. First Latino to have a #1 hit in American history. La Bamba.
I love that. Why didn't I think about La Bamba? Of course. I can do La Bamba all day long. You just keep repeating.
Well, that's it. Para bailar la bamba.
I know. Thank you for that. I'll take you up and I'll do that next time.
There we go. So you got there, you sang the karaoke. Now, was it Hard Rock Cafe? Was it, once you were inside there, was it like just being in an American Hard Rock Cafe? Unbelievable.
Yeah, very similar, normal food. Guess what? I got to drink in kind of that, shout out to Elvis. I had a blue Hawaiian because, he was the Blue Hawaii movie that he did. So, they had the little store, the T-shirts. So we have a funny story with that. My stepdad loves to get Hard Rock Cafe T-shirts from anywhere he goes. And then when I started traveling when I was younger, if I was wherever in the world I was and there was a Hard Rock, I would pick him up a T-shirt. Well, my mom, we kind of laugh about it because she said, I don't think he even wears these T-shirts. Like they're nicely folded up in the closet, but he loves to collect these T-shirts. So I'd taken a picture of the Hard Rock earlier that day, and I kind of joked with my mom. I said, hey, I think I need to pick up Ronnie another T-shirt to add to his collection. She was like, absolutely. He's excited. So, that's kind of a fun story.
Is it in Spanish? Does it have any Spanish words on it?
No, not the one that I saw.
No,
I mean, it's
just Hard Rock Cafe.
Managua.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
And do you hear how I say Managua?
Managua.
No.
No.
Used to say Managua.
Yeah.
Most Americans Managua, but when you're here in same thing, Nicaragua. When you're here, you start listening Managua, Nicaragua. They don't pronounce.
Oh, wow. Managua.
So want to sound like you know what you're doing?
I don't think I can do it. I'm going to have to get my wife to teach me to say it. Managua. How'd you say it?
Managua.
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 Kind of Managua. Nicaragua. You'll sound like you know what you're doing here.
I like that. I like that. Because one day I hope to have a home in Nicaragua, however you say it. There, of course, at Gran Pacifica. Now that I know how to say. There we go. Yeah.
But it's cool. Managua, I think it's over 1 million people now. It's huge. Yes. It's not for everyone. Like, I love being on the outskirts and being able to go in, have, everything that I would need right there. But, we had our time there. We enjoyed it. But guess what? The next morning, we packed up everything. We were ready to get back to this peaceful environment here.
Gorgeous.
And I let the music continue when I got back here. So I had some friends in town. We have a lot of people, here at Gran Pacifica that are music lovers like myself. And we have some that play different instruments. So we all had a music night this past Saturday night here in Gran Pacifica.
Unbelievable. Yeah. So you invited them over to your place?
No, not at my place. One of our friends, he has a condo, kind of his office building. And so it's up near the front of the, right there, ocean front. It's beautiful. And he has a lot of the gear already set up in there. I mean, there's a drum set up, we've got microphones and the sound system. I mean, it's all out. It's not just show up for a guitar pull. Like we've got all the equipment and everything. You come in and all the music is all spread out everywhere with, the guitar, notes and everything. So the charts, it's so much fun. And we just sit there and throw out songs. Like, you may throw out a 50 song and then you may go to a hard rock. I mean, you never know. Somebody will just name a song. Do you know this? And we'll just take a whirl at it.
That is great. Now that's community. That is the beauty of Gran Pacifica. It is community. Friends getting together and enjoying each other. Was it this building? Folks, Gran Pacifica is gorgeous.
Looking. No, I don't think it was that building.
Not that one?
No, it wasn't that one, but it's real close to that one.
Yeah. I have it.
So much fun.
It's just fantastic. So how many people you figure you had for this music fest?
Well, it was just a small knit group that we call ourselves the GP Music Association.
I like it.
We practice, we practice, and eventually, like, we'll go sing somewhere, maybe up at the restaurant or somewhere. But yeah, there was that night. There was one, two, three, four. There were 6 of us that night.
Unbelievable. Now, do you play an instrument as well as sing?
Well, okay, here's my story. I'm sticking to it right now. I love to sing. I've been trying to teach myself to play the ukulele, because when
Nice.
I moved to the beach, I just envisioned myself sitting out on the beach strumming this ukulele and singing songs. So we'll see. One day it will happen.
Yes.
Um, Process of teaching myself to play that. I used to kind of dabble with the guitar some, but all my guitars are back in Texas still, so I've got to get those here. I had brought a tambourine back with me one time because I thought, let's just add a tambourine to the mix. That's fun. But other than that, when I was younger, I played flute, I played piano, classical piano, but I'd rather
Oh,
just
wow.
I'd rather just stick to the singing and learn this ukulele, and I'm good to go.
Well, when you get the ukulele down, here's what I would like you to do for us, okay?
Okay.
You're from Texas, so it's only right that you sing Bob Wills is Still the King. You familiar
Okay.
with that? Bob Wills invented modern music. Bob Wills and the Texas Doughboys, I think they were called, right?
Sounds right. Yes.
And that's just such a great song. Yeah. So that is my that's my song request. Okay.
Hey, I'll start taking requests, I guess. I'm good with that.
So one thing that I want to point out to people about Managua,
Managua.
it is a modern, beautiful city because it was pretty much leveled in the 1974 earthquake. A lot of people don't realize that. As a matter of fact, it was that earthquake that precipitated the Civil War, the revolution, when Daniel Ortega got rid of the horrific Somoza family. And it was because Managua was leveled and Somoza stole all the money that poured around the world to rebuild it. So Ortega and his muchachos rallied the people. They rescued Nicaragua from the Somoza family, which had ruled for 100 years with an iron fist and stole everything in sight. And they built Managua into what is a gorgeous city, right?
Right. It really, yeah, I think a lot of people, there's certain parts, but it's like any city. There's certain parts that maybe are not as desirable, but there are amazing, beautiful, buildings and structures, like I said, and very modern places within the city. And like I said, anything pretty much you could want, you can find there in Managua. But yeah, you're right about that with the earthquake and everything. And then Managua is now the capital. We've talked about Leon some, we've talked about Granada and some of the other times we've chatted. And those alternated between being the capital, but now Managua is the capital of Nicaragua.
Managua is the capital. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a great city. And one more thing, malls, the mall. You mentioned the mall several times. What shocked me in Honduras, even in Honduras, whether it was in La Ceiba, San Pedro Sula, or Tegucigalpa, the malls were gorgeous. You get inside the mall. Now tell me if it was the same experience you had. Once inside that mall, you could be right in the center of the United States. Inside the mall, it was a mall, it was the same way with you.
Yeah, so there's I think a couple malls. I've only been to the one. I hear there's another one called Metro Center, so I haven't checked it out yet. But the one that's called the Galleria Santo Domingo,
right?
It's like you would see in the U.S. The only reason you notice is because things are in Spanish. But there's a clothing store called Zara. A lot of women know that name, and it's international, but it's a beautiful store. You've got some of the designer names like Bali's. You've got, I think Ferragamo. You've got designer brands. You have their version of like a department store, what I would consider similar to Macy's. It's called Simon's. You've got furniture stores in there. You have a Mac store. So like the Mac wear is called Mac brand, and you've got that. So it's great because, you're used to a lot of this. It's got their cellular store is called Claro. One of the cellular brands here. So there's a big Claro store. It's got party goods store. It has the gym, the coffee shops, the ice cream. The beauty salons, the shoe stores, everything. And then all the restaurants, tons of restaurants.
Yeah.
Just like you expect. It's fabulous.
And a food court is a food court is a food court.
Yeah.
It's
all the options you could want in the food court. You've got at Christmas time, they've got the big tree and Santa and decorated. On a normal day at the mall, they have the little choo-choo train that drives around. We almost got ran over by the little kids train the other day. We weren't paying attention. We're like, whoa, here comes the kids train.
Yep.
But yeah, just like a normal mall.
It's wonderful. It is wonderful. Well, this has been a wonderful review of, let me get it right, Managua music and movies. That's just great. It is just a great report. And folks, what you need to take away from this is everything you want. Leslie did. It is, I just finished a column. I do a Clues Views column for Offshore Club every week. And I said, I want to welcome you to the national pastime, right? And so I wrote the beginning of the column like I was talking about Major League Baseball in the U.S., but I said, no. The national pastime of Nicaragua is baseball. And I said, and I wrote about it, incredible teams, incredible players. I mean, the guy won the batting crown last year, batted .424. That ain't bad. So everything is there. Everything is there.
You're exactly right. Baseball is huge here. Sometime we'll have to talk about that. And there's a lot of softball that goes on the weekends here. So I'll save some stories about that. The community made me feel very special with something they did about softball, but that'll be an upcoming one. I'll get some great footage when we go to some of the games and share some fun stories about going to softball games and baseball in Nicaragua.
It's right there. All right, Leslie, thank you once again. This is just perfect. This is, folks, get hold of Leslie at Gran Pacifica and go down and visit her. They have rentals there. You can go down, kick the tires. I have a feeling once you kick the tires and you get to know this lady, you're going to buy the car. So there we go. Yes. Leslie, thank you once again. This is great. This is great. There you go, folks. It is, I'm telling you, Nicaragua to me epitomizes the good life at a great price south of the border. So as I always tell you, let's do this thing.